I love her so much. I miss her.
Justin Bieber's mom was once right by his side, but now their relationship has come crashing down, as Justin's mom has completely vanished from the spotlight. So what happened? Why did Justin's mom disappear? Did Hailey end their relationship, or something worse?
No, I kind of pushed her away.
When Justin Bieber first started out, things were not like they are now. His mom was a big part of his career, and it looked like they had a really good relationship. But to be honest, it doesn't seem like that anymore. Because lately, it's like she just completely disappeared from his life. And I think we figured out why, or at least part of the reason why. See, rumor has it that Justin's marriage to Hailey might have something to do with it. But I don't want to waste any more time, so let's get into it. Justin's relationship with his mom, Patty Millette, has had its ups and downs. And they've been through some tough times. And just when it all seemed pretty good between them again, things took a turn for the worse, and the timing is a little sus, because it was just when Justin was getting really serious with Hailey. The internet has a lot to say about this, and according to a lot of online speculation, Patty isn't exactly a fan of Hailey for a bunch of reasons. To start, Patty apparently doesn't really trust Hailey and thinks she's up to something. But it can be hard to tell, and for good reason. We all know that Justin means the world to his mom, so she probably wouldn't want to publicly upset or embarrass him. But she has left some small clues out there for us to pick up. Small clues as to how she really feels about Hailey. Like, did you know she changed her Twitter bio right after Justin announced the engagement? I mean, the engagement kind of came out of nowhere and was pretty unexpected, maybe even for Patty. See, she has always had, yes, Justin Bieber is my son, in her bio. But what was weird was those exact words just disappeared. When you ask, you guessed it, right after the big engagement news came out. Another pretty big hint was when she liked a tweet, which is normally not a big deal, but it was here, because the tweet basically said that getting married too quickly is a bad idea. And we all know the whirlwind romance Justin and Hailey had, and that, given the circumstances, how fast they tied the knot, it was all kind of suspicious, no? Also, let's not forget how much Patty was so team Selena.
Seriously, how can you not like her? I mean, you've met her.
Yeah. She always took the opportunity to not just totally rave about Selena, but also say how good she and Justin were together. Inside sources revealed that Patty had always been there for Selena, which is saying a lot, especially considering Selena's roller coaster relationship with Justin. But to be honest, while Selena may be gone, we haven't seen Patty being as supportive to Hailey, which of course leads us to ask a very important question. Why? Some people think Patty is actually being a little sneaky, like standing up for her son's ex-girlfriend in small ways. Not that long ago, Patty liked, then unliked, Selena's post announcing she was taking a break from social media. And in February 2023, when everyone felt like Justin and Hailey were cyberbullying Selena, Patty tweeted a cryptic message. She wrote, "Hate is ugly. Don't be ugly," which could be interpreted in a few different ways. But a lot of people thought that she was telling Justin and Hailey to stop spreading online hate. Replying to the tweet, one user had some strong words for Hailey, saying she should listen to her mother-in-law and stop making fun of Selena. But here's what I think is happening. Patty mysteriously disappearing since Justin got married has to do with something else entirely. Now, you've probably noticed in recent videos that Justin is acting pretty bizarre, like when he looked totally out of it at Coachella, or when he was acting really strange during his trip to Monaco.
Hey guys, don't be weird. That's weird. That's weird.
And then a month later, he was spotted doing something pretty strange. He was outside a restaurant smoking something suspicious with some friends. And not just that, he'd apparently left Hailey inside the restaurant by herself for an hour. I don't know, guys, and I'm just floating a theory here, but could there be a chance that Justin is still not sober these days? See, Patty always had a big problem with Justin's substance use, which may explain why she isn't in his life as much anymore. Rumor has it that Patty tried to talk to Hailey about it, but that the conversation didn't go so well. Supposedly, Hailey just dismissed Patty's worries as if she was acting crazy or something. But that's not the end of the strange stuff that's been happening with Justin. And you're not going to believe what else Hailey has been up to that's super weird. Hailey was recently photographed hanging out with Leon Storino. Do you guys have any idea who he is? If you guessed Justin's former dealer, then sadly, you're right. One online comment asked why Hailey was hanging out with Justin's dealer, especially if her husband was supposed to be sober. It's all super bizarre, maybe Patty suspects Hailey is a bad influence on her son. I mean, this would explain why there's rift between her and Justin nowadays, right? And don't forget, there's a big reason why Patty is seriously worried, especially when it comes to her son and sobriety.
So what did you do? I mean, you're as a little girl.
Patty herself started drinking and experimenting with illegal substances when she was just 14. And I was seriously shocked by something that she admitted. From the time she woke up to the time she went to bed, even at that young age, Patty said that she was just never sober.
I remember leaving.
And her life spiraled out of control and she made some bad decisions. Patty found herself in a dark place. She turned to crime and began dealing. Once she vandalized school property and was suspended. But not just that. To support her substance habit, she also shoplifted all the time. But thanks to the kindness of a community mentor, Patty was able to turn her life around. She got clean and never looked back. And there's a reason why she's been so honest about her tragic past.
But you're really helping a lot of people, I would have.
Justin has always been pretty open about the ups and downs with his parents, but his relationship with his mom suffered the most. And not just because of his fame, but also some of the choices that he made. Sure, Patty was happy to see her son's singing career take off, but she was also worried about the pitfalls that come along with massive celebrity.
What would you say to parents?
I mean, there were a few times, and you probably remember a lot of them, when Justin gave in to some of the darker temptations that celebrities are faced with, and that he was in such bad shape that even the people close to him were seriously worried about his well-being, including Scooter Braun, his close friend, manager, and the guy who discovered Justin.
There was a time where I would go to sleep.
At one point, things were so bad that Scooter was worried we'd lose Justin forever. When it came to Justin, Scooter was more afraid of one thing than anything else. He was afraid Justin was just going to go to sleep one night, but that he would have so much junk in his system that he would not wake up the next morning. And don't forget what happened back in 2014. Remember when Justin got a DUI and everything just came crashing down for him? After that happened, Justin's relationship with his mom was pretty much non-existent. And in a pretty revealing interview with GQ in 2016, he admitted to being closer to his dad than his mom. But here's the truth of what was happening then. A few years later, during an interview with Billboard, Justin finally explained what had happened between him and his mom. And it was honestly a little heartbreaking. He said that his mom was an amazing woman and that he loved her, but that the reason he had been distant from her and why he pushed himself away was because of something I'm sure we all felt at some time. See, he never wanted his mom to be disappointed in him, but he realized his actions had truly disappointed her and that he was ashamed, but that they were in the process of rebuilding the trust they'd lost. But if that's the case, what's happening with their relationship now? And why has Patty disappeared again? See, just like his mom when she was a teenager, Justin had some serious issues with substance addiction. Remember how he opened up in his documentary about just how bad things got?
I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me. If I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
He confessed that his staff was so worried about him that they came into his room at night to check his pulse and see if he was still alive. And just like his mom used to, Justin would allegedly spend his days pretty messed up. He'd start the day by being under the influence, and instead of stopping, he would keep going like that until he went to bed. One day, Justin apparently hit rock bottom, and he turned to the only person he thought could help him. He prayed to God for help to stop abusing substances, and then started doing the hard work to get clean. Fortunately, he was able to follow in his mom's footsteps and get himself out of that hole. But here we are now, a few years later, and some things are lining up that are pretty suspicious. An unexpected marriage, some nasty online behavior, a shady dealer that shows up from the past, and his mom that disappears. And judging by his recent behavior, it doesn't look great, does it? Is there a chance he's heading back in that direction again? Which could explain why he and his mom are having zero contact again, especially if she thinks that Hailey is involved in some way. But what do you guys think? Is Justin really spiraling again? If so, will his mom be able to help him? And how do you think she really feels about Hailey? Or is Hailey part of the problem? Let me know in the comments down below.